We have to turn off the light.
Serracini's search is the culmination of a career using 21st century technology to unlock ancient history. His tools are lasers, ultrasound, ultraviolet light, heat mapping, things even the genius Leonardo never dreamed of.
We are talking about such an incredible amount of information in such a small thickness of paint.
At the University of California, San Diego, Serracini presides over an extremely high-tech center for diagnosing the health of art treasures, helping to figure out how to restore fragile paintings, even buildings. Here, a tiny fleck of paint can yield answers to who did the work and when. Here, Serracini has mapped out the Palazzo Vecchio in astonishing detail, using images 100 times sharper than any high-definition television.
We have managed to see every single brick, every single stone that is there, as never done before.
He studied here in San Diego himself 35 years ago, planning a career in medical technology. How did you get from wanting to cure patients to wanting to cure paintings?
That's right. Well, it looks like a big jump, a big leap, but it's very straightforward. I wanted to put together art and science.
And art was in his blood. Serracini was born in Florence, where for 6 centuries children have grown up among the world's most treasured objects, where, upon his return from school in California, a friend asked him a fateful question.
Don't you have any technology that could tell us if there is something left of the Bath of Anghiari?
So 30 years ago, a young Maurizio Serracini set out to convince the art world that with his equipment, he might find Anghiari somewhere in the Palazzo Vecchio. Experts were skeptical. After 2 years, Serracini hit a dead end.
In 1977, I had to quit because there was no technology good enough to solve the research, the mystery.
But over the years, technology improved, and Serracini built a solid reputation as an international art detective, an art doctor. He stunned historians with his work on another unfinished Leonardo, The Adoration of the Magi. Serracini revealed that the brown haze on the painting had been added later by someone else. Shall we enter?
Sure.
Even more breathtaking was his ability, without even touching the painting, to reveal Leonardo's underdrawing, his very first ideas.
And we see the wonderful creation of Leonardo as he intended to leave us.
His computers in San Diego allow us to walk into the painting, taking us beneath the surface, revealing a world of detail obscured for 5 centuries, including a frenzied battle scene similar to Anghiari and a masterful sea of faces. No one drew faces like Leonardo.
The whole scene becomes alive.
Huge crowd.
And everyone is a masterpiece on its own. It's speaking, it's looking, it's showing feelings.
He has done remarkable work this way. His imaging techniques with infrared reflectography are really, really fantastic resources for art historians.
Carmen Baumbach is the Leonardo expert at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, who finds it somehow fitting that science is filling in some of the blanks in our understanding of the artist. After all, Leonardo's notebooks are full of his own visionary scientific thoughts, from machines of war to flying machines, sketched in the 1490s, 4 centuries before the Wright brothers.
Leonardo says the painter must be universal. O pittore siete universale. The painter has to know anatomy. The painter has to know all the theories of motion, statics, mechanics, mathematics.
And so too does the art detective. Night after night, after the tourists leave, Serracini returns to the Palazzo Vecchio to better understand the composition of the hidden wall where the Battle of Anghiari might be. He measures, this night, the heat given off by the bricks and stones inside.
The bigger the difference is between the body emitting heat and the room, the better you will see the image.
Which is why if I stand in front of this camera,
you are very hot.
He goes about his business literally an inch at a time.
Because this is the lifetime chance, which I've been waiting more than half of my life.
Back in San Diego, Saracini's measurements from Florence are stitched together. The flood of data represents every substance that might be hiding Leonardo's painting. By eliminating them, Saracini should be left with a dim representation of what lies beneath in the Palazzo Vecchio.
After 32 years, finally, you will come to the final conclusion of the mystery because you will be able to prove that Leonardo is there.
Or not.
Or not. But it will be a definite answer.
He is about to enter the home stretch, a precious cargo of bricks stored away during renovations of the Palazzo arrives in San Diego. They'll be painted with the same pigments we know that Leonardo favored, and then used to calibrate newer, more powerful instruments. And with luck, by year's end, Maurizio Saracini will know the outcome of his 30-year quest. Do you ever contemplate the possibility of failure?
I accept it only if failure means that for some reason it was destroyed. But that is not there, it's never been there. No, that I don't contemplate.
Saracini believes if the lost Leonardo is there, the Vasari could be removed intact, bringing the Battle of Anghiari into the light. Short of that, even a remnant of the painting would count to many as a marvel. In the end, if the imaging techniques provide us with a glimpse, at least,
It'll be the glimpse of genius, and I think everyone will probably weep.